Welcome back, everybody, to Borderlands 2 on the PS Vita. That's not Borderlands 2. There we go. I have returned from vacation so we can continue on with our modified therapeutic sessions of trying to obtain the shield. One day we'll get it. One day. Today might be the day. That's the problem with doing this and anything else within a Borderlands game, is that there's always the chance that, putting everything on 13 or put it all on red and you might obtain the shield, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Figure this is easier kind of stream to do after being away for a week than trying to focus on the last of the Torg DLC for the story portion of it. Mr. No Idea, welcome, my friend. How are we tonight? But yeah, I had my, brought my Lenovo PC thing with me, and played Borderlands 2 pretty much whenever I played it on vacation on that. So I have spoiled myself with frame rate and stability and performance, all of which are not present on this version of the Vita. So sleep deprived as always, aren't we all? Actually, didn't sleep too bad up there, up at the cottage. That bed's pretty comfy now that it's a little bigger. Used to be a twin or a double or whatever, and it's not great, especially if you're a taller person, but it's a queen size now. No one's online. That's fine. We don't need anybody to be. But so yeah, we're back. Instant load times. That's another thing that the PC version grants that is not present here. But it's okay. I need a shave. Didn't bring the razor with me, so we'll deal with that tomorrow morning. Got all my stuff unpacked, so that's all good, all grand. Ben's coming to visit on Monday. Maybe we'll do a local stream. Who knows? But I finally give him his birthday presents that have been sitting here for like a month. Okay, how are we doing here? How's face cam looking? We're okay. That's fine. All right. Gotta get back into the swing of things. Oh, man. The frames. Oh my lord. Like I said, coming from the PC version, I mean, it's on a Legion Go, so not the most powerful PC equivalent in the world, but it's still pretty cool for what it is. If you want an actual portable Borderlands experience that's not the Switch, go for that. But man, I grew up with this version, so I shouldn't be shocked, but I find myself becoming more perplexed oh no! I forgot what my loadout was. It's fine, we start off with an easy kill. I need to switch the run thing. There we go. This is run 170. 17. Alright, I'll probably also make a post on the channel about this a little later on, but school's starting up in a week, so not this next week coming, but the week after. So streaming schedule will change as response to that, because teachers college is a thing. So I'll have to see. Don't have any classes Thursday, so I'm thinking Wednesday night might be a good streaming day, and then we'll see how the weekends go. My school started 3 days ago. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you said, was it you who said that when Ben and I were doing some Battlefront that, yeah, I forgot. Americans start, like, in the end of August, which I find is odd, but then again, I'm Canadian, so I'm just used to the same thing for the last 18 years or how long it's been. Yeah. Kindergarten was 18 years ago. That's not okay. 4 years old, 18 years ago. Refractored projectile diversification. Okay, well, we didn't get anything to start. That's fine. I have an eyelash. I felt like I had a phantom eyelash the entire time I was away. After wearing sunglasses, like it felt like there was just an eyelash right next to the bridge of my nose. Couldn't ever get it away. Yeah, damn. How's school going? You, learning the theses and, parabolas and other school words? I don't know. I always hate the beginning of school. I don't know why. After you've done it for so long, like, you just kind of expect to get used to it, but never do. You always kind of just hate it. It's like, I don't know. It's different. You're meeting new people again because it's teachers' college, but I'm still going to the same school I went to for university. So, it's like, I think this is the first time I've ever experienced this kind of thing. Because, you know, elementary school. You're there for however long, 10 years. And, you know, you grow up with the same people. I mean, you meet new people along the way, obviously. And then high school, you start new school. It's kind of same people, but new people as well. And then university, new school, most likely new people. And then now, going back to the same school, but it's going to be new people. Weird. I don't mind. School. I don't mind school, I just don't like some of the people. I mean, that's what it is with everything. Mr. Actus, welcome back, my friend. How are we? As the, I don't know. School's weird. It's a weird social experiment half the time, I think, but could be worse. I don't know. I didn't mind it too much, I suppose. But going for teachers college, I'm like, I think the thing that I'm most anxious for is just figuring out where my placement is. Because on Mondays, it'll be placement day, so you get sent off to whatever school you're like helping to teach at, and then you do that for like 4 weeks or something, and then every day of the week is placement day. So good luck with the Sham farm tonight. I'll be back later. All right, Mr. Brian, we'll be here. We'll be waiting your return. I'm so out of practice. I don't know why. I was playing Borderlands all week when I was away, so I shouldn't be out of practice. I'm playing through Borderlands 1 right now for the 70th time. What are you playing on? PC? Xbox? PS3? PS4? Modern consoles? I saw that, what was it? I saw a couple things while I was away, actually. One, I saw some dude on Twitter was posting about Borderlands 4 on the Switch 2. I don't know, I think he said he played it. Like, he was able to play a version of it or something. And he said it wasn't running great. It wasn't great, so... PC, nice. You should come to my school. Okay, placement is, like, within a... I'm gonna say maximum hour radius of wherever I live, so I can't, like, come across the world to do a placement, because I still gotta get back for classes. But, yeah, Borderlands 4, apparently, I mean, people kind of guessed at this already. Like, I'm not shocked, but I kind of am shocked. It's kind of a middle finger to your fans when your brand new console that's been out for, like, a few months can't run the newest games at more than 20 frames per second. It's not a great thing. And I mean, I know Borderlands is a bigger game, and Borderlands 3 could have been optimized a bit better, but it was still considered a bigger title for its time. Same with Borderlands 4, it promises to be somewhat demanding. But I mean, you know, you gotta, like... You're paying... how much? It's like it's a little more than the regular versions, right? And you can only buy the standard version physically with the game keycard thing. You can't buy the deluxe versions unless you just buy those digitally. Not the world's just across the Great Lake in an hour drive. Yeah, I don't think my university is gonna pitch in for the boat ride over, or the plane ride over there every day. Not, I'm sure you're a wonderful student. It's just that, you know, plane travel's not my ideal way of getting to my, my placement. I'm going to, but on there still. Also got BL4 for free with my 570, because... Oh yeah, that's right, I saw that they were doing a promotion. I saw some people were complaining about, and this is actually a first, right? People complaining about Borderlands in a good way. People were complaining that they had bought a 5070, and like they bought it right before the deal happened. So they were like, they wanted to contact Gearbox and everything to see like, hey, you know, where's my copy of Borderlands 4? Can I get a copy? Ah. Damn. I don't know what it is. Like, Borderlands 4 seems to be promoted a lot compared to Borderlands 3. Like, people are actually partnering with it. And I'm kind of shocked considering just how Borderlands 3 was received. I mean, I know the DLC was kind of fixed up the story a bit and whatever, but still, the damage had been done, so to speak. But I'm all for it. I'm really excited for the game. I'm just pissed off that it didn't come out in the summer. Because why the fuck are you releasing the game right when school starts? I don't have any time to play it. Why don't you just release it in the summer? I feel like most of your demographic would appreciate playing it in the summer more than playing it literally right when school starts. I don't understand. But then again, I don't release games, I don't publish games, I don't make games, so what do I know? But that's just my 2 cents at it. There's nothing, man. Wasn't the last stream, but the stream before that when we were doing Shams, like, we got stuff right off the bat. 173. It was a tight tick to, like, redeem the thing, like, I almost... oh. I almost got the graphics card too late. Really? What was the, how long was the deal on for? It was a tight thing, almost got my graphics card too late. Oh, that was autocorrect, never mind. I didn't want to, you know, say anything about the colorful expressiveness of that some people have with their words, but, you know, who said it was a typo? Mr. Dima, welcome, my friend. How are we tonight? I returned from vacation. I need a haircut before school starts. Get my haircut, shave tomorrow morning, go to work tomorrow. Having a couple days off of work was nice. I haven't had a Friday off at that place in probably like 5 or 6 years. It's been a while. Didn't always work the Sunday shifts, but I have been working Sunday for the last few years. Let's do this again! We didn't see any shams last time, but then again I was only streaming for an hour. Wasn't I going to change the mission that I was on last time? You know what, I'm going to be bold. Let's just put on the Hyperius the Invincible. Also, oh, that's the story mission. I try putting it on the story mission. I know this probably isn't a thing, but like I swear, depending on the mission that you have open, it changes the drop pattern. Well, I had some banana cream moonshine. I apologize for any spelling mistakes. No problem, my friend. I am not here to judge. But yeah, I'm really excited for Borderlands 4. Really, I saw the, I'm not good with names, I forget the character's name. The guy, like the big kind of guy with the elemental axes or whatever that he has. I saw his, like, character intro thing. Man, does he look cool. He sounds like Kratos. Like, I want to play as him, but I don't think I will, just because I like the soldier guy. with the blades. He seems pretty cool, but I think if I do 2 characters with this game, those are my 2 characters. He just sounds cool. I love his voice. I don't know. I just love the... I know a whole lot of people don't play Borderlands games for the story, but if you are going to play Borderlands, it's nice to have that story kind of just accompany the experience almost. Like, people play looter shooters for the loot and the shooting, so to speak. But, and I mean, to some degree, I think that's why people still kind of just play Borderlands 3 anyway. Not the fact that, you know, you're playing it for the story, but just for the gunplay. The gameplay was cool. And the farming wasn't as great as Borderlands 2, but, you know, damn, just drop something. We used up all of our luck at the beginning of the 100 runs, and now we're gonna suffer. Yeah, I think you'll be the fan favorite character. He'll be the fan favorite character. I think I'm gonna start with the Siren, really. Never been a huge fan of the Sirens in Borderlands, like playable characters. I don't know. I haven't played too much as the Sirens, but I like Lilith. Lilith in Borderlands 1. She's kind of my favorite. I've only played through Borderlands 1 all the way through once on the PS3. I played as Brick. He's okay. I thought like his ability of healing himself while going into rage mode would be fine, but it kind of sucks just waiting for that to recharge if you need a bunch of health, so I opted. When we did our multiplayer series, I decided to do Lilith, and she can, if you play carefully, right, like, she's not going to be the character that you run into battle with, obviously, but she has her phase blasting, and once you upgrade that, you can be pretty deadly. So, well, I always start with them. Oh, okay. I don't know. Never played really as Maya outside of getting the trophy for her on Borderlands 2, like, phase locking a few enemies. I know her cloud kill skill, and, like, there's some broken builds for her as well. But I don't know. Never got into her in Borderlands 3. I don't think she wasn't really, the Siren wasn't great from what I hear in Borderlands 3. Like, nothing wrong with her character, I guess, but her abilities just kind of weren't it. So, yeah, I never really touched her at all. And then Borderlands 4. Who's the Siren in Borderlands 4? Who, was it the girl with the glasses? I don't think so. Oh, no, it's the... She was shown off first. The girl with the black hair. You get, like, some bonus skin pack for her if you pre-order the game, I think. I always pick Sirens too, because they're kind of the wizard class. Wizards for the win. Okay. I never grew up playing wizard games outside of, like, Lego Battles on the DS, where you could play as the wizard faction. Never really had Skyrim or anything when I was a kid, so... Or World of Warcraft, I know those were kind of the big games for wizard and mage classes and all that. That whole experience. Mainly because we did not have a PC in the house that could run those games. So, we never had that. Come on! No. No, he's leaving! Fuck. I think I have 11 days and... Oh my goodness. How long have you... Okay, if you have 11 days, I'm guessing you've played Borderlands since the beginning. Were you an OG fan? Did you start playing Borderlands when it came out in 2009? Lasers! Stop it, I killed him! There's still somebody alive here. Oh! Just disappears. Man, his drop pattern, I swear, like the item... What the fuck are you? Okay, that's pretty neat, even though in UVHM, it's kind of useless. I'm hoping, I'm really hoping, and I know they've talked about this. I don't, they were talking about this, and I think they were making, you know, quite a big stink over this, is that, gear is going to be rebalanced, so you're not just using, like, the four same items and whatever their highest difficulty ends up being, UVHM or TVHM, I don't know. I'm guessing it'll just be TVHM like they did with Borderlands 3. Um, I don't know. Started that character when I was 14. I'm 24 now, so I got into Borderlands 2 when I was 12 on the 360. Nice. Oh, so you started... Oh, no, you said you started Borderlands 2. So you started on Borderlands 2, okay. When you were 12. 12 in 2012. You're either born in 2000 or 2001, I take it, but... Yeah, I started Borderlands 2 on the Vita when I was... probably in 2015? End of 2014, 2015. Whenever I got my Vita, I don't remember. I think I was like 12 or something too, but I don't know. I just love the whole idea of having an open world game on the handheld device where you could take it anywhere. Because the Wii, there weren't really too many, like, we grew up with a Wii. There weren't really too many open world games on the Wii. I remember I really wanted, because I love Spider-Man. And I loved Spider-Man when I was a kid. And we had Spider-Man 3 on the PC. Our PC, though, would keep crashing when trying to play it. I don't know if it was a problem with the graphics card in there or something. Like, it was some Dell tower from early 2000s, right? Pentium something, whatever. Ooh. Ooh. Loud noises. And, so, but I kind of got to play it. When it wasn't crashing, I kind of got to play it, and I love the whole idea of the open world. And we had also grown up with Spider-Man 2 on the PC, or on the Mac, I guess. Because my grandparents had a Mac, so that's what we played when we visited them. And that game, if you've ever played Spider-Man 2 on the consoles, was great. It was a fan favorite for a long time. You could have the whole city to yourself. That wasn't the case for Spider-Man 2 on the PC. It was not even the same game. I'm not even sure what happened there. Used cutscenes from the other game, from the console version. But, so, I still loved it, though. I still loved it just because it was Spider-Man. And, but, again, never really had an open-world game. So when the Amazing Spider-Man came out on the Wii, I was really excited. Because I knew on the other consoles, it was open world, and you could swing around. Maybe not as freely as the older Spider-Man games, but still. And I was really disappointed when on the Wii, it had all the same missions and whatever, but no open world. Which is kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like the Wii could have been powerful enough to run some kind of open world game, but maybe at the fidelity that it was running the Amazing Spider-Man at, they couldn't quite fit the open world on there. Which I understand, I suppose, but still, I want my swing. So yeah. I'm sure there were some open world games on the Wii, but I never had any of them. So when I got my Vita, and I saw that, well, Minecraft was also an immediate purchase day one when I got my Vita, so that's that too. But it's Minecraft. I had played it on my iPod. I mean, the Vita version was quite a step up from the Pocket Edition at the time. But when I saw that there was Borderlands 2 on the Vita, I'm like, hey, this game, I love the art style. I looked at it. The art style looked pretty funky. The colors looked pretty nice. I'm like, hey, you can kind of just like run around, do your own thing. There's a bunch of different arenas you can run around in, and you can shoot things. I'm like, all right, this is cool. And then obviously, the more you play Minecraft, you're like, this is cool. You got a whole open world on your phone or on your Vita thing here too. And there's not a whole lot of open world games on the Vita either, but the ones that there are, they're pretty good. And coincidentally enough, and this is what pisses me off, the Amazing Spider-Man was on the Vita, and it had the open world. I don't know what the numbers are in terms of performance between a Wii and a PS Vita, but I'd like to think the Wii was slightly more powerful than a PS Vita. I don't know. I'm honestly not sure. Because the Vita was powerful for its time. And it only had to output to a... Well, even then, the Wii only outputted 480p or 1080i max. Vita outputting 540p max, so like... Come on! Where's my open world Spider-Man game, Nintendo? Dude, the open world Amazing Spider-Man game in the Vita was so good. I know, I got it, like... I want to say I wish I downloaded it just for the sake of saving some money, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of happy I own it physically, but... Because I know it used to be on the store, like the Vita store, you could just download it, but then once Activision lost their license, or whatever, they didn't renew the license or something, then they took it off of the store, so then physical copies went up like a shit ton. So I just ordered it off of Amazon. It was like $100, physically brand new though. So, but yeah, I liked it. Frame rate can be kind of ass, and the city can kind of look like what I imagine George Orwell's 1984 to look like. But you know, does the job. Fun to swing around the city, and I mean, it's the console game, right? It's the full console game. Just maybe. I'm stuck. I'm actually gonna fucking die here. Jeez. She'll come back. She'll come back. She'll come back. Yeah. I gotta watch, because if I go down there, you can't just shoot him to kill him. You have to kill one of his turrets to get the second wind. And it's really hard to do that without accidentally shooting him once. But yeah. I like the... There was also another, like, Dragon Builder's Quest or something. Drop me something! Dragon Builder's Quest, or I think it's something like that. I had the demo for it, I think. That was another open world game. Uncharted's kinda an open world game, but it's kinda linear. I don't know. I think you could kinda classify it as open world, just not very explorable. We're not dropping shams up here, are we? I said I wasn't gonna start checking up here because we were getting stuff thrown into the center the proper way, but I'm gonna go on the assumption that he's not dropping stuff up there. Okay. Nothing again. We get a 3, I think it's a 3% chance on the Vita to get a sham. A sham. We have 5 and 177 runs. Now... We're, like, technically, I think, above the average, because in 200 runs, if you get 6 shams, it's still 3%. So, I really wish I didn't do that math, because now, technically, we're in the statistic, and we're slightly over the statistic. Or, yeah, kind of, technically. That's not good, because now we're not gonna get anything for a while. Man, oh well. I don't know. I'm hoping we get another Vita at some point, or a PSP. They're definitely not gonna name, if Sony does make one, they're not gonna name it the PS Vita 2 or anything to do with the Vita, just because it flopped so hilariously hard. I think it still outsold the Wii U, which is kind of hilarious that it outsold the main home console at the time. Gotta adjust my footrest. But, so, I think if they do that, they're gonna either make a new name for it, or they're gonna just call it the PSP 3 or PSP 2. Something like that. Link it with your other very successful handheld console. It's kind of crazy to think that the PSP sold, I think it was like 4 million less than the Xbox 360. Which for a handheld is insane, but also... And this is why I hate the fact that they've linked, like, the Switch with all the other home consoles in terms of console selling list, because yes, it can be a home console, but it's also a portable console, and same with, like, the PSP, the Vita, the DS, all those, when you're putting it in those lists, they're portable consoles, and they're meant for children, and children... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that! I didn't want to do that! He's giving me easy out. You give these things to children, and children break things frequently. So, yeah, of course you're gonna order another one. And it's gonna inflate some of the numbers, I bet you anything. So yeah, it's different for, like, a home console, because how oftentimes are you bringing your PS2 outside, or, and dropping it, or whatever, right? So, I don't know. It's not really a big deal. Everybody's left the console wars back in the old times. Everybody's just happy to get something. I saw the Metal Gear Solid game finally came out for the PS5. Wasn't that teased like 5 years ago? What the fuck? Hello. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid game finally came out. I haven't watched the Digital Foundry video on it yet. I want to. But apparently it runs worse on the PS5 Pro than the actual like the base PS5. And I think that is wholeheartedly due to the fact that it's running Unreal Engine 5. We got a bunker SMG. At least it's something. At least it's hope that there is a god out there, potentially. I'm not collecting these anymore. We've collected enough of them. I will put it on the list, though. 7. Oh, wait. 7. We're above. We're above, well above the statistic for that, because it's also a 3% chance for a bunker SMG. So that's good. Okay. Nothing else. It's also, I would think it's probably less of a labor to try and get the shield on the Vita version 2. Just for the fact that, like, most people who hunt for this shield want the max level version of it. And that usually ends up being, you know, level 80. Well, now it's level 80. How is it black? Pardon me? What? What's going on, Mr. Slush? How are we? Part of the reason is because, you know, level 80 and you gotta get to OP10 if you want the absolute maximum level version of the Sham. On the Vita, we don't have to do that. We just have to get to level 61 and then Bob's your uncle, because there is no OP levels and there is no level 72. It's a myth. Like Santa. The reviews are out and it doesn't come out until the 28th. Oh, for the Metal Gear Solid game? Oh, it's not even out yet? That's just like... Oh. Okay, well, I guess maybe they can fix it. I don't know. It's Unreal Engine 5. I don't know. Like, I know it's demanding. It's got ray tracing built in. But, like, there's other game engines out there that look kind of just as good, and they run a whole lot better. So I'm just guessing Unreal Engine 5. I mean, I know it was developed during COVID and everything, and it's kind of hard to go in and change a whole engine because so many developers are in the process of making their games with it right now. But, like, I just don't think it's well optimized, because even PC games that use it run like shit half the time. And you should not need a top of the line PC to make your game run at, like, acceptable frame rates. Because there's some, and I don't care for the argument of, oh, use AI frame gen and DLSS and everything, right? Like, no. It wasn't a problem back in the day. Obviously, games weren't as demanding back in the day, but then again, the hardware wasn't as powerful as it is today. So, like, there's gotta be either some level of optimization or, I don't know, something needs to be done, because if you're just relying on AI to do everything for you, the customer's gonna get ripped every time, in every example. They're gonna be buying hardware that's not worth the price because the hardware is just barely doing anything anyway if AI is just gonna take over it. The bitch SMG was black. Oh, was it? It has the textures on there. The lighting's just not optimal. You know. Find me a light source in Borderlands 2. You can't. Everything is baked like fucking crazy. But, like, just optimize games. He says playing what is probably the worst optimized port of this, He's still got health! Oh no! I wasn't paying attention. I think we're gonna go back to the time where, like, PC games were just poorly optimized. I don't even know if it's the games that are just poorly optimized or the game engines that are poorly optimized. Like, I don't care that there's, oh, we got a hit. We got 2 things in a row. Oh my god, let's buy a lottery ticket. You're nothing. I mean, I know for a time there was, like, in the early days of PC gaming, so to speak. Yeah, PC games weren't the best way to play, but that's also because PCs in the day weren't designed for gaming. They weren't designed for 3D high-end graphics, like 3D acceleration and everything. So that's why when you bought a console, its sole purpose was to play these games, and they were built specifically with 3D accelerator chips in them and powerful CPUs at the time, right? And they're just dedicated to that one specific job. PCs were designed for a whole bunch of other things, right? And people just didn't really think, like the mass public didn't really think of playing games on a PC, you know, you just went to the arcade and played them. So, but now, tables have turned because PCs are more powerful than game consoles. They're designed to do PC things as well as play games, yet we're seeing every piece of electronic not being able to run these new games very well. So, I don't know. If you're talking to me, I think the device that's designed for gaming, if it can't run the game, it's probably the game that needs some tinkering with. Because you can't make the gaming device any more designed for gaming other than throwing in, like, 40 gigabyte graphics cards into them, and I don't know. You shouldn't have to spend over $2,000 on a PC or a game console just to play it at acceptable frame rates. Like, some of these things, to get over 60 frames, you need to turn on the frame gen stuff. Other than that, like, you could be having high-end graphics cards getting you, like, 45, 50 frames, which is unacceptable for the amount of money that these things cost. It's definitely a game issue, and game developers need to optimize games better. It's a lost art that died at the end of the PS4, Xbox One generation. Not sure why, because there's a whole catalog of games for those consoles that optimization was king. Like, you look at a game like God of War, you look at even Battlefront 2. Look at that game. It looks just as good as many games releasing today and runs phenomenally. On a base PS4, it runs at 60 frames at 1080p. So, you know. Sure, it doesn't have ray tracing, but half the time people can't tell whether or not ray tracing is on or if it's just artistic baked lighting. I see the chest. Hang on! Ew. Run away! Also, the PC games that worked back then are legendary, like the original Fallout series and Diablo 1 and 2. Mr. Gabriel, welcome, my friend. How are we tonight? It seems standing on the right is when I start getting stuff. You just have to switch where you stand. It would seem. Alright, well, we're getting our money up. I just want to see one Sham doing good. I'm glad to hear that, my friend. Glad to hear that everyone's doing okay in these trying times. That's all you can ask for these days. No, it's not! It's garbage. 180 runs. And counting. I don't know. What do we think if Sony does release a new handheld? What do we think? I'm fully in the camp that it's not going to be a streaming device. If they release another streaming device alongside the PS6, it's like, just shut up. Put that money into developing the thing, into developing a better console if that's the case. But if they make it a PSP-like device, what do we think it'll be able to do? Because I think a lot of people are surmising that the PS6 will be able to do PS4, PS5 backwards compatibility no problem. I would really like to see backwards compatibility with a PS3, although I don't think they're going to do that because, I don't know, they just hate money for some reason. They hate fun. Because the PS6, I know the PS3 is hard to emulate. It's not the easiest thing in the world to emulate. However, you're Sony. You made the damn thing. And it's also 3 generations ahead of the thing you're trying to emulate. Doesn't need to emulate it, like, perfectly, mind you. It doesn't need to improve the performance of the games, maybe. Depending on the game. Like, I would be fine if I could just run my PS3 games at the settings they were meant to run at, even if it's just 720p, I don't care. At a solid, stable 30 frames per second, I would be happy with that. It's better than not having them run at all, or having to buy a PS3, which slowly start to have more issues because they're aging. That's just how technology works. Or just try and load up some dodgy emulator on my PC that won't work half the time, right? Just make it easy. Just make it easy for us. I know they won't do that, though, because they're not getting sales on physical PS3 games anymore, so they'd rather you just download them digitally or buy them from their streaming service. I have a feeling you're somehow gonna get a pearl for a perfect Sham. Before a perfect Sham? I have, when I was doing my Sham farming on my PS3 character, I did get a pearl before. Because he drops it in, like, that pile from his gun, right? You're dangerous. Hang on. Settle it. How do you kill you? I hate power. Oh, he's right there. Settle down. I don't know. We're looking for a perfect top Nia. That's what I think Mr. Demas said we need to look for that. Or not a perfect top Nia, a slag top Nia. And then there was something else. I forget, though. There was 2 items that we were supposed to be on the look for, and I forgot the second one. Mr. Zero recommended we look for it. I don't know. Mr. Actus, you have an item that you think Bunker can drop that we should look for, so we're not just looking for the Sham the entire time. We can have throw in some spice into the mix. Whoa. Why did that gun land like that? They never land like that. Deep Defender, okay. Critical hit. Uberkill. Ubermensch. Okay, well, nothing of note. Whoa. Because technically he can drop a Sham out of here. The Sham is a world drop, but good luck with that. Oh, man. I pre-ordered my, I think I've said this before, pre-ordered my copy of Borderlands 4. I got the super uber deluxe version, so I don't need to worry about buying any of the DLC. I'm pretty sure they posted online somewhere what the super deluxe version covers. I'm pretty sure all DLC in the future, unless they pull a Borderlands 2 and release some DLC for it 7 years later, I'm pretty sure it's all covered in that edition, which is nice. I assume it's just like you redeem the code that it comes with, and then stuff will just pop into your purchase list once it comes out. I'm guessing that's how it works. But I don't know. I'm excited for it. I wish they would include some instruction manual with it. Doesn't need to be much. Just give me a couple pictures of how to run the game. Just make it make me feel like it's the old times again. Borderlands 3 didn't come... It kind of did. It came with like a little insert, like... I think it was like 3 pages or something. But at least it had the like front cover of it on there, and you could flip through a couple pages. Just tells you go online if you want to learn the controls. I'm forgetting what the name of it is, but a purple Jacobs shotgun with a Torg barrel. What is that? That sounds like a lot of hard work for me to find. If you can find me a name, that'll be a lot easier, because I'm not gonna inspect all the weapon parts, unfortunately. That'll take too much time. But if you can find the name of it, and you know that Bunker could potentially drop it, it's not like, you know, some impossible item that he'll just never drop, that you're sending me on a wild goose chase to watch me suffer even more, but... You know, I just appreciate it if the buzzards actually just didn't spawn here. What? Just so my frames could be a little better. It's called a quad. I think we've seen a quad before. But I'll keep an eye out for it. If that's what it is. Purple shotgun, you say? Shut up, Break! I don't need your charity. Drop me a sham if you really want to help. Why is all this money disappearing? It just dropped! What do you mean? I mean, I know on the Vita, what the fuck is this drop pattern? What, did you throw my sham off the edge? I know he drops stuff in weird patterns sometimes. Drummed long, it's not that one, right? No, I just looked it up. Okay, it's a quad. Why the fuck did he drop shit like that? I know the Vita doesn't have a lot of RAM, so items start disappearing really quickly, starting with white and apparently money. But like that is too quick. Coach gun. Alright. We're on the look for the quad then, as well as the sham. We've got our objectives. I think I should just do that per stream. If we don't find something during one stream, then it just gets... the idea gets thrown out, and then the next stream we start looking for something new. It'll be easier than me trying to remember all these things we've just never collected. Anybody online? No. Okay. Kind of liked how, when I was playing the PC version of this, I liked how within the game itself, it kind of, like, the Steam menu of your friends, you can just load it up within the game itself, like it's built into the game. It's not like the PlayStation or, I'm sure, the Xbox version, where it, like, loads up the, you know, Sony friends list and lags the shit out of your game. I don't know, it's a little more elegant the other way, but I don't mind. It's not imperative that that happens to make the game perfect. Let's go. do we think the Switch 2... okay, there's been gameplay of the Switch 2 version of Borderlands 4, right? Like, there's been some gameplay out there. Do we think it will... I'm pretty sure it's going to look better than this, alright? I don't think anything will ever look as shit as Borderlands 2 on the Vita. At least, you know, on purpose, or... I don't know. Yeah, by accident, maybe. Unless you get on a PC and go into the game files and turn everything down to low. Do we think it'll run better than this, though? That's the question. I have a feeling that it probably won't. I have a feeling it'll probably run similarly to this. Because Borderlands 3 on the Switch 1, even though it looked like garbage, it ran okay. Like, it ran between 40 and 60 frames half the time, which I was shocked about. But when you turn textures down to what a blind person sees, then yeah, I would hope it could. But, I don't know. People are not happy with the performance of... There's somebody on the stairs! People are not happy with the performance on the Switch 2, even though it's to be expected. But, like, your shiny new, at least in Canada, $700 console can't play the newest games. That's kind of worrying, in my opinion. Run away! You can't catch me if I don't look at him. I don't know. I don't have a Switch 2, and I'm not buying a Switch 2 just to test it out. I'll definitely just look at... I'm sure, I'm like more than positive Digital Foundry's gonna do some video on it. Oh my lord. Oh. I'm in the splash zone, hang on. Alright, quad. Ah, fuck. Alright, looking for the quad. I did not see anything purple drop, so... I've heard Elden Ring on handheld mode runs like crap. Oh yeah, that was the other thing that I saw. Elden Ring. I heard it depends on what you're doing with it, I think they said. If you're in like indoor areas, it runs fine, because it's like it's running in HDR and I don't know what resolution, 1080p maybe, 1440 maybe, I don't know. Now that you said that we gotta look for the quad, it's just not gonna show up either. But once you get into like the outdoor areas, it just shits itself. And I mean, I know Elden Ring's maybe a little more demanding of a game, not really for great reason, but like, you know, that's the kind of game that shouldn't run as bad as it does on some things for the type of game it is. But if you're running an old game on your brand new system and it doesn't run, like, I don't know. It's like buying your brand new gaming PC. And, like, let's say it's like a middle high spec tier PC, like it's brand new, or let's say no PC. Buy a PS6. So you buy a PS6. It's the brand new thing you've been waiting for. You're a Sony fanboy. You've been dying for this. And new games come out, and they run at not the max resolution that it can do, at subpar frame rates. For $700. That is unacceptable. I don't care what anybody says. It is unacceptable to be selling something that expensive and it cannot run the latest games. Because what are you building it for if not to be able to play the latest games well? Like, I'm not buying a Switch 2 to be able to play all my Switch 1 games. And that's the thing. You can't even run the Switch 1 games any better than the Switch 1 could. You can't run them at higher resolutions or higher frame rates if it had a locked frame rate. So it's not like you're even buying a Switch 2 to be a better Switch 1. If you want that, you need to buy the upgraded versions of those games. The Switch 2 version of Borderlands 3 is an absolute mess. There is no Switch 2 version of it, that's the problem. It's the Switch 1 version but it's not in the eShop. Like, you can't download it, and it's labeled as unplayable technically, but there's nothing stopping you from plopping in your physical cartridge and playing it. Like, it'll still run it, which is kind of odd in my opinion. If it's unplayable, then why is the system letting it run? But yeah, the Switch 1 emulation that the Switch 2 is doing is not talking well with Borderlands 3. So that's why it has all of its problems. But still, like, I don't know. I don't own a Switch 2, so like I can't really speak for it, but if I'm buying a $700 console that literally came out a few months ago, and it's running the latest, greatest games at shit resolution and shit frame rates, I don't even know what you're doing as a game company at that point, other than stealing all of these sorry's people money that wanted to indulge their hobby in their new favorite console. I'm not blaming the people for buying it, alright? You like the Switch 2 because you like the Switch. And you like Nintendo. And you're hoping that this thing can deliver a next-gen gaming experience. That's a perfectly reasonable assumption to have if you're buying a brand new game console. And then when it doesn't do that, then what the hell are you supposed to think as the customer? No quad. That's also cheap of Nintendo having you do that. Yeah, I know. I mean, Sony did that with their PS5 games, right? Like, you know, if you wanted the upgrade, in the beginning, they were free. Like, some games, if you wanted the Miles Morales upgrade for the PS5, it was free. And other games were like, it was like a few bucks or something for the upgrade, which was fine. They did that with the PS3 and the PS Vita for cross-buy. If you bought, like, the PS Vita version of a game, you could buy the PS3 version of the game for $10. You know, it's not an it's not a new concept, but like, also the PS4 version of the game ran better than it did on the PS4 when I put it into my PS5. And sometimes, in the case of God of War 2018, they just updated the PS4 version to recognize that it's in a PS5 and then play better. It's possible. Yeah, you should watch the video on It's a Rave. What's that? What is It's a Rave? Is that just somebody shitting on all the Nintendo business? So it's possible to do this. And they fully possess the technology to unlock these games and have them run better on the Switch 2. I mean, they did that when they made the Switch 2 version of the game. They just took the original code, updated it, made it run with the Switch 2, and unlocked the resolution and frame rate capabilities, and slapped some of these games, even depending on where you're from, they're like $15 upgrade. $15-$20 upgrade for a game that you potentially already own. Oh, a light show. Oh, I knew what a rave was. I didn't know if you, like, were talking about, like, if that's what somebody's channel name was called. It's a rave or something. But it's just, I don't understand. I don't understand where gaming's going anymore. The PS6, PS7 most definitely is probably going to be the first digital, or wave of consoles, I guess, where they're just going to be all digital no matter what. No more disc drive options. I have a feeling the PS6 is going to release without the disc drive, and then you just buy the disc drive separately if you want it. Which kind of sucks, because then they're going to be like, oh, we can justify another $50-$60 purchase from you if you want this thing that we could easily have included with the console. So, yeah, I just don't like... Digital games used to be a good convenience. And depending on the console... Like, for PS3, if you go into the PS3 store and you want to buy PS1 games, it's absolutely cheaper to buy them on there than to physically buy them. They're like $5 or something, 5-10 bucks on the PS3 store. Like, get Silent Hill, which good luck finding that physically for anything short of like 150 bucks. No, I'm making fun of the game. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. If you want like a strobe light show that makes your brain think it's just bugging out half the time, watch Borderlands 2 on the Vita. But now digital games, they're not, I mean, sure, they're convenient, I suppose. They're still huge, so you gotta wait for them to download. Not everybody has insanely fast internet, so that could take a while. At least with a disc game, you know, I know you still gotta download updates, like day one patches and whatever, but at least with those, it shortens some of the time to install and be able to play the game by copying some of it off of the Blu-ray. And as somebody who grew up with crappy internet, believe me, that time to copy whatever 40 gigs off of a Blu-ray, it might take like 25 minutes or something. To download 40 gigs would take well over an hour. You know, it makes a difference. And also, physical games go on sale a lot more. You can find them in secondhand stores for significantly less, whereas digital games, nope. They don't go on sale. Well, they do go on sale, but if it's a game left behind, like if you go into the PS3 store and you want to buy Call of Duty Ghosts, it's still like 60 bucks for some stupid reason. Easily go to a flea market or some thrift store or something and buy it for like 5 bucks. But, you know, the companies don't want to do that. If they can get you to buy it digitally and that's your only way of buying the game, then yeah, sure, you pretty much have to bow down to them and buy it for whatever price they have it set at. So, I don't know. I'll forever be in favor of physical media. No matter what. Even when I went on vacation, perfect example. We went up to my cottage, which used to be my grandma's place. Wi-Fi is not great up there because it's in the woods, and you know, there's still Wi-Fi, but it's not a unlimited beat fast. So you don't want to be streaming movies with it all the time, with a thing buffering half the time, and you're also eating up all of your internet doing so. So what do instead? You have a Blu-ray player, and you just bring a whole bunch of movies and DVDs and everything, right? So, perfect. You don't need to have the thing buffer half the time, and you don't need to eat all your internet, and you can still watch it in 1080p if it's a Blu-ray. Easy. So we watched, because we were there for a week, so we watched 2 movies a night, starting at 8 o'clock. We watched all the Harry Potter DVDs, because I have like that box set or whatever that had all the movies in it. Watched all the Harry Potters and then watched the original 6 Star Wars movies. So, that was nice. I'm hearing a lot of ooh. Is there not? Oh, it's underneath me. I remember my dad used to play World of Tanks on our 360. The updates would take about 2 hours. Oh my. I mean, yeah, that's the 360 PS3. They're interesting cases because even the music just lagged so far behind. It just ended. Even if you had really good internet with those consoles, because the Wi-Fi chips were so shit. Like, they topped out at the N standard of Wi-Fi, which theoretically I think is like a maximum of 100 megabits per second, but good luck getting that at all, even hardwired. Rocket launcher. You're not the thing I'm looking for, though. So yeah, and even the hard drive speeds too, right? Like a PS3, you can throw in an SSD if you want. But the motherboard tops out at SATA 1 speeds, so you're not going to be using the SSD as an SSD. You're going to be It'll treat it as like a 7200 RPM hard drive, which is the fastest kind of hard drive that they made. But so, I mean, the technology is limited to what it physically has, but modern consoles, there's no real excuse for that. SSDs are reading at several gigabytes per second now, and internet, it's like gigabit or more capable speeds. So Ghost is still $60 on the PC. Really? Did they ever make a physical version of Ghosts on the PC? Was that still in the era of physical PC games? Not that that might be any cheaper, actually. PC is probably the one platform that gets gouged if you want to buy physical over digital. But Steam games go on sale all the time, right? So, but yeah, physical games, unless it's The Sims, which at my one local Value Village, it's just been sitting there. Like the entire collection of Sims PC games have been sitting on that shelf forever. Like physical PC games are probably A, way harder to find, and B, once you do find them, probably not cheap. Isn't there a COD collection on Steam that costs $500? I sure as hell hope not. Jeez. Probably is though. I don't usually resort to playing PC games. I like consoles. I just like being able to play on the TV or playing in handheld mode on the Vita. I know there's the Pandora's Box collection for Borderlands, but that's like $200, or maybe it's more than that, but you get every single game with every single piece of... Just check... $900? What? Do they, like, ship you real guns if that's the case? 900? There's no way you can justify that. I mean, I know some pricing on some old games is a little funky. Specifically with the PS3 store, but $900. I have to sell the deed to my house to play those games. Give me a Sham, man. I just want... Oh, Sham? Is that you? Yo, it's not the right one, though. There's no honeycomb. I'm gonna kill you because I'm upset. Where'd you go? Fucking die, brother! It's not the right one. I'm guessing it's either an 81 or an 82. Or an 80. I think with those parts, it's like the maximum it can be. Talk to you? No. You look cooler than the thing we got. We just got like the brown Sham. The brown frown Sham. 85, okay, that's not the worst. It's not better than our 87, but it's something. We can add a Sham to the list. 6 Shams! Nice. That's alright though. We're getting things that we potentially want now. Got a bunker SMG, we got a Sham. And we've got a customization. We've got all 3 potential items. 84 is my guess. Damn, that was pretty close. I'm missing things. It's every game in the series, but it's I don't care. You can go out to the, again, flea markets are your friend. Buy pretty much all of the old Call of Duties for the 360 or the PS3, guaranteed for a total of like 40 or $50. And then all the new ones, like, there's nowhere, in no universe can you justify a $900 price tag. Yeah, although there might be a physical copy of Ghost on PC. It's 83 the worst you can get. No, 77's the worst you can get. And technically, a 77% Sham is as rare as the 94% one. Because, I mean, 94% is all the best parts together. and with all the different parts that it can spawn with, getting all 3 parts at once is rare. So getting all 3 worst parts at once is also rare. It's just on the opposite end of the spectrum of, do I really want this thing, or shoot myself in the foot instead. But that's okay, we got a Sham. We might get 2 in a row. Never have we once, I think we got customizations 3 times in a row. We got 2 customizations and a bunker SMG, but like 3 times in a row we got drops. So you can get, you know, it is possible to get 2 Shams. However, very unlikely. It's possible. He's going here. Oh, yeah. A lot of driving. 4 hours of just driving home on. Like, so many people were riding my ass on the way home from the cottage. Like, every fucking turn I made. I wasn't even going slow. I was going like 20 over the speed limit half the time. Crunchy. Shred him. Ooh. Suck ass. Boss fight. I have a feeling the quad should be pretty easy to get. I've seen the quad numerous times. Maybe not while fighting Bunker, but like just randomly while playing Borderlands. Like, it's not that hard of a gun. Is it a purple rarity, or is it just like any kind of rarity that it can spawn in? Because I feel like I've seen quads. Hello, sir. Ooh. Can I shoot those and blow them up, or do I have to wait? Blue and purple, okay. Mr. Gabriel with the on-time responses. Man, no double Sham, fine. I'll just delete the channel if that's the case. Okay, so now, okay, I gotta keep my eye out for blue shotguns then. I see a blue item. What are you? Operational transaction. Oh, oh. I thought that was it, but the quad's a little bigger looking than that. Damn. It's okay. 188. This one is blue and purple. Mr. Slush is also. Oh, your profile picture's Pikachu? I don't know why I thought it was Shrek. Like, I mean, I'm sitting a little further away from my laptop. I don't have my glasses on, but like, I always thought it was Shrek. I didn't realize it was Chubbis Pikachu. I think I may be wrong, but I think the purple one is the only one that can have 2 shots per clip. The blue one is 1 shot. Oh, you mean like magazine size? Like the... Is that what you mean? Magazine size? You can get 2 shots out of it versus... I don't know. I don't typically use the quad unless I'm playing normal mode. Or maybe in TVHM, but... Because don't you get a quad for one of the mission items? You get a bunch of shotguns for doing missions, but I don't remember if the quad is one of them. Or a version of the quad is for completing a mission. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna make a Reddit post in the Borderlands 2 group. If we do find the 94 Sham, I'm gonna post it. Say we're the first people, to my knowledge, on planet Earth to acquire the 94 Sham on the Vita version. Or at least the first people to be streaming it. I think you can get a blue one from Roland. Okay. You can get a quad in any mission reward that gives you a non-unique blue shotgun or purple. Go away! B shield. What? Where was the B shield? Okay. I was gonna say, like, I feel like it's pretty common to find a quad when just doing missions. Especially if you're like me and just do all the side missions, no matter how many times you play the game. Fuck! Who hit my shield? It's like anything in UVHM should be decimating my shield if I get hit once. So I'm not sure what's touching me to make the shield go down by like 2. Hello. I wish you could play different music during this boss fight. That's one other thing I gotta... That's one other thing I gotta look into for these, for these Sham streams, is just having some background music to play. Non-copyright background music, because, I mean, as much as I'm sure the developers of Borderlands 2 were like, hey, yeah, they're gonna enjoy hearing the same song for 12 million runs in a row, you know, having some music to break the tension is probably also good. I feel like I'm gonna let Mr. Dima down and not find him as top. Yeah. I have barely seen any rocket launchers drop. The juicy powder. Oh no. That's not a quad. Where are you? Shield. We got some... Oh, what was that? Sunny Home Security. Okay, that's not it. There's another blue in there. Snappy handgun. Fuck. I really want to see a pearl out of here. I know it's possible. I just don't know how possible it is on the Vita version. Because the Gen 1 pearls can drop from there, right? Like, it's just world drop stuff, but like Gen 1 pearls can drop from there. I don't remember what I got from when I was doing my 72 character on the PS3 for Sham farming. I don't remember what pearl it was that I got from Bunker, although I'd have to look up whether or not it was a Gen 1 or Gen 2, because we only have Gen 1 pearls on here. And if it can't drop from there, then we should just stop looking for pearls out of the gun. We will one day farm for all the pearls, the Gen 1 pearls, so we can say that we got them all on the Vita version. We're going to play this version to absolute completion. We're going to document as much as we can on YouTube about it. So, if this Sham farm's anything to go by, Borderlands 13 for the PlayStation 17 will be the new release once we finally cover everything and get the damn shield. Obtain every legendary gun, every perfect roll of every legendary item. Oh, thank you. I'm sure there's somebody out there that would do that, but that somebody is not me. I'll just, I'll have a workforce of children once I start teaching. I'll buy them all Vitas, give them all the same character, and say, hey, for today's assignment, you need to acquire this thing. The first person to do it passes. The rest of you get sanctioned to detention, where you keep looking for another item for me. That's probably the most efficient way of doing it. He hit me! Bro, your guns don't do any damage. That's some good damage there. Damn it! He's not slagged. There we go. Can't wait for the perfect height of Terra farm on the Vita. Oh. You know, I didn't think that one through. What are the chances of getting that one? Like, what's the math? Oh my god. Glamorous Growl 49. Best viewers on streambot.com. Remove the space. I love Twitch bots telling me to pretty much not do streaming for the sake of streaming. Why stream if you're just gonna buy a bunch of bots to watch you? I don't understand that. It's like some kind of weird self-affirmation or something. It's like a 1 in 5 million. I want to see Borderlands, like, just slap some AI into Borderlands and then just have it start making items out of nowhere. Just have it kind of gain a mind of its own, so then guns or gear just start spawning in with astronomical chances. Whoop. No purple or blue shotguns in that pile. Or this pile! Yay! Fuck this shit, man. I think the thing was, I think the thing that will take you 200 years mathematically to get us the perfect tide of morphosis. Morphosis. Terramorphous. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know that. I think I had heard, actually, like, through the grapevine of terrorized Borderlands players that, yeah, the perfect height of Terra. Is it the rarest thing in Borderlands 2? Like, the absolute rarest thing that you can get? Because I know it's up there. If not number 1, it's, like, number 2 or something. Dude, I don't know how to English. Damn. That's unfortunate. I'm going to be an English teacher. I will instruct you in the ways, even though you're 2 years older than I am. I'll instruct you in the ways of literature. I was about to say, like Hamlet. To be or not to be. I was gonna say fucking do or do not. There is no try. Thinking that was Hamlet. I should fucking do that just to see if my students actually know if it's different or not. It sounds like it's something that could be from Shakespeare. Do or do not. There is no try. To be or not to be. That is the question. You know. Man, you're not doing the fun way. Man. Ooh. I want an on-level conference call. I feel like we could shred the fuck out of him with that, but I'd have to farm the warrior, and since we can't moonshot farm on the Vita really at all, your best bet is to just kill him the regular way, or transfer the character off to a PS3 or PS4 and then not level them up past 61 and get the thing. Stop. Oh, never mind. Fuck you. If I don't need to deal with you, I won't. I think it's the second rarest thing behind some of the hybrids on Borderlands 1. Oh, I know there's one, like, insane, like, it's so rare I don't think anybody's ever seen it gun in Borderlands 1. I think it's, isn't it Nemesis? The Pearl Nemesis. I'm talking just in Borderlands 2 though. Like, is the perfect hive the rarest thing? Rarest item in every Borderlands game. Oh! If I had just read a little further, I would have had my question answered. Yeah, the Nemesis. The Nemosis. Should we do that? PS3 Nemesis. Farm. Try and get it on the console that nobody's ever played on. Or nobody's still playing on, I should say. None of you are what I want. Man. Now that we have to look for the quad, we're just never going to see it. Disappointing. 191 runs. We're almost, once we reach 200, we'll be at the 3% for the Sham. So we'll be within the statistic. A YouTuber named Fishman has been farming for one for half a year. That seems like not enough time, actually. Because I know there's like some footage of people using a rare version of the Nemesis. I just don't know if it's the one that everybody tries to look for. Because I don't know if that one's ever actually been seen or picked up, maybe. That's always how the quad works for me. Once I start looking for it, it never shows up. I know. That's why I try to talk during these things. Take my mind off finding the Sham, and then I'll just get a Sham. It not working though. It don't work that way. I don't think there's a recorded video of it dropping. Okay. Could you not theoretically, if you're playing on PC, go into the game files and like spawn one in for yourself if you really wanted to see what it looked like? Granted, you know, that's 100% cheating and you didn't actually like farm for the item and get it legitimately, but could you not just technically do that? Is that not a thing, like an item generator mod perhaps, where you can just spawn these things in with the parts that you want? Because from what I remember, the really highly sought after version of the Nemesis kind of shreds anything and everything. Conference call. You're not the conference call. I forgot I replaced it. Damn. My 11 levels under conference calls. It still works against like base enemies. Like it's still pretty decent if you slag him and then use the B shield, but you know, against bunker, it's maybe not the best thing to resort to. Shut up, Brick. Yeah, there's an app called Gibbed letting you do that. Oh, really? Okay. Can we get Gibbed on the Vita? Is that a thing? There's no mods for Borderlands 2 on the Vita outside of... Well, there's no game-specific mods, I should say. There's, like, the Vita overclock, the Vita fix, or whatever it's called, that lets you, crank up the clock speed of the CPU and the... Ah! Stop it! Oh no, oh no, oh no, he's dead. Lets you crank up the clock speeds. Stop. Yeah, but it's rare, it's not very good. It's not good, the Nemesis? I thought it was one of the better guns in Borderlands. Please? Please? Where are you? No, I will not look at that. Shut. Well, hello there, Luke. We're getting a lot of awe-inspiring items, it would seem, according to Axton, but not the one that we want. The Nemesis Invader's not really any better than the normal Nemesis. Okay. What made the normal Nemesis pretty decent? Again, I have not dove into Borderlands as much as Borderlands 2. The Nemi Invader is insane. Is it? I don't know. Also, welcome Mr. Or Mrs. Arthurian. No, I butchered that. Oh my. Aaron the Hunter. I don't know why that took me so long to read. Are you saying it is or isn't? You being sarcastic? I don't know. I've never. I don't play Borderlands 1, 2 too often. So I don't know all the stuff behind it. The main music. The main menu music disappeared. That would be something, though. Like, I know pretty much nobody's ever gotten it anyway, but, like, imagine getting it on, like, the old console version. The 360 or the PS3 version. I think it literally is just high fire rate, good damage. I've seen some clips of a version of the Nemesis being like, yeah, really insane high fire rate. And I think that's what makes it good, right? Like, it could do okay damage, but when you have insane fire rate, it pretty much makes up for it, right? Gah. Thank God this farm doesn't take a long time to do. Thank God this area doesn't take a long time to load. PC Borderlands 2. I mean, I've seen Jolts' videos, and I know he got a new PC at some point. So, like, the loading screen doesn't even pop up for him, but even on my Legion thing, Legion Go, shit loads quick. I've been spoiled. Hybrid version makes it so you shoot the whole mag. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, the whole mag in one click. Okay. Because I thought there was some gimmick that was sought after for it. Apart from the fact that, you know, it's just really rare. That's enough for Borderlands fans to hunt for a new gun. If it's insanely rare, and, you know, the 3 generations of your family have gone through finding this gun and not found it, that's enough for them. No! Wait! I have to kill you! Uh-oh. Who's behind me? I shot right at him! Stop talking. That's right, you're still alive. I'm okay. It's like one of the best pistols in Borderlands 1. Okay, we were having a debate as to whether or not. Apparently, according to others who are more, better versed in that subject than myself, apparently it's not as, or not that much better than a regular Nemesis, the Invader version. I can't speak on that, though, because I, have never found one and attempted to find one. Ooh! A legendary item? How did you land in this pile? Shouldn't you have been in that pile? We'll take that. Sure. I'm not gonna use it, but, you know, it's cool. Cool to have in the collection. Can he drop world drop legendaries in his regular piles? Is that like in this stuff? Is that possible? Because I thought it was like only stuff from here, like that's world drop. I don't know anymore. World drop volcano. Is that rare? I don't know. What is the where does the volcano yo, the baby maker. Where does the volcano usually come from? Volcano. Oh nah. Mr. Fatal, welcome my friend. Oh shit. Was that rare? I don't know. How's it going tonight, Mr. Fatal? You sound really thrilled to be alive tonight. No one's online. Where do you get the volcano from regularly? Volcano is warrior and handsome. Really? It's a warrior drop? Because there's no handsome sorcerer in the Vita version. There's no Tiny Tina DLC. Tired as fuck. I can tell just from here. Damn. Here I was looking at the volcano like it's just some random ass legendary that we found, but that's crazy. That's actually insane. We got a fucking volcano before we got the quad shotgun. Man, what the hell is this version? You never know what you're gonna get from the drops here. Let's do it again! And he dropped that in his main pile, too. Like, I swear to God, I thought you couldn't get world drop legendaries out of that. Had a cosplay event. Oh, nice, nice. Are you still doing the body pillow sponsoring? Is that still a thing? What's the drop chance on a volcano, too? I know the conference call is stupid if you're not moonshot farming, but I don't know what the volcano... I just completely forgot about the volcano. Sir? Back up! You're not permitted down here. Yay, an easy kill! Thank you, Borderlands gods. Huh? No! Yeah, I have a meeting with him tomorrow to discuss contract. Ooh, nice! Exciting! It's becoming real now! Good for you, man. Where the hell is this guy? Oh! You! Where am I? Oh. My god, I'm scared. 1.25% drop. What the fuck is that? We got that before we got a quad. Insanity. He's on the ground, he's touched down. Never mind, he's in the air again. Can you just not, please? It's fucking impossible to hit anything. Oh, I killed him. Never mind. That's actually insane for a drop. Okay. I'm not seeing anything spectacular now. Used up all our luck on the damn volcano. Scrab. Scarab. Leather. Not what I want. 194. Should have put like a category for other legendaries. Random legendaries or pearls that we find. Has the main menu screen been shown off for Borderlands 4 yet? I think it has. I really wish they'd go back to this style. I love this, the rotating full thing. I don't know why they took it out for Borderlands 3. I mean, the main menu's fine in Borderlands 3, but it's kind of boring. Like, it's just sand in the background, and that's kind of it. I mean, I know Claptrap's running around in the back, but still. A little bummed out I didn't get an award for my performance, but I still had fun. You'll get them next time. You know, it's just all the more motivation to give it your all the next time as well. Right, you're not gonna... As we've seen with this sham farming, you're not gonna get them every time, but, you know, sometimes you do get them. And you should be proud of the moments that you do get them, but don't be discouraged in the moments that you don't get them. Because if you get discouraged, then you lose the will to keep moving forward. And the will to keep moving forward is what brings progress. Says Socrates, I'm sure, at some point in the past. Literally did a barrel roll on stage. Damn, that wasn't enough to get him. What can you do to impress people these days if not for a barrel roll? What were you... why did you do a barrel roll? Like, were you... You said performance. What kind of performance was this? Let's kill him! Bruh, I'm doing damage to the turret that doesn't count until it spawns in. What the fuck? The greatest defense bot ever built. This fucking music haunts my dreams. Eh. Eh. I wish you could shoot these things out of the air. Stop. Mercy, uncle. Come on! Can those things get stuck on the buzzards? Finally! Uh-oh. That guy's touched down. I saw him. Maybe I didn't see him. I don't know. I was performing moves / combos from Devil May Cry 1. Ah, I see. Was there like a grand prize if you got the, Yo, you're blocking my Sham potential! Get out of here! Was there like a grand prize of like money or something if you won, first? Because then that would kind of suck if you didn't get first. It was like a $7,200 grand prize or something. Fucking hell, man. I feel like we should have seen a quad by now. Like, even a blue one. I swear we have when we done this farm. Man. No money but a trophy. Oh. What's the trophy made out of? Could sell the trophy. Melt it down into pure gold. And honor. Oh, okay. Honor. I see. One Sham. Apologize is not as exciting as it could have been. The one stream we had like 3 Shams I think we found. Which is pretty decent. But not what I want. Oh, I hit continue before we loaded in. Oh no. It's probably not a good thing to do. You gotta be patient with this version. You gotta let things load. As much as people are probably trained to just, like, click through all the damn screens and menus and everything, on this version, you need to take your time. You need to let things fully finish loading before you move on to the next step. Otherwise, game will crash, and you'll be sad, because all your progress didn't get saved. I'm telling you, it's like a curse. Second you start trying to find it, you can't find it. Give me something else to find, and then we'll find the quad. Give me something else to find. Starter pistol. Starter white pistol. Isn't that technically a unique gun? Like, can you find that gun anywhere else? Is it just like a common drop, or is that only available through the start mission? I feel like it's just available everywhere else, but absolutely I've never tried to look at it. Look for it on purpose. Trophy is a polished up skateboard with the wheel removed so it can be hung up. That's pretty cool. Buddy won one though, so that's nice. Oh, nice. Starter pistol's unique. Damn. Man, that sucks. You can't farm for the starter pistol. Eat the bullets. Eat them. Consume. Fuck. Got it. What the hell? Oh. Thought I threw a second turret there for a second. And it's possible... Isn't possible to get in UVHM. I mean... It is... Is it? Oh yeah, wait, because you don't start right at the beginning of the game when you start in UVHM, right? You start a little past that. I mean, technically, could you not just keep the original one in your inventory the whole time? Yeah. And then, you know, technically then you have it in UVHM. I know it's not obtainable. Anarchist any element. What the fuck? What does that look like? I said I'm bad with names. What is that? Never mind. I gotta fucking read ahead. Oh my lord. My apologies. Stop. You're lagging my game. Huh? Oh, you look a little smudged. It's just a way better Infinity, and I've been on the hunt for one for like 6 months to get a gemstone version. Huh? Is it obtainable through Bunker? It needs to be obtainable, otherwise the game won't reward me with a quad. It'll know we're trying to cheese it. Nope, nope. Lots of ammo, though. Didn't realize I fucking pissed through that much pistol ammo. No. Man, I want some cool stuff, not this. I don't want a rock. Fuck. Yeah, you can keep one, but you can't get one, for example, at OP3. Well, yeah, like, because you don't go through that mission, I guess, on UVHM, right? Like, does it start you after Claptrap gets his eye ripped out? At least legit. I was hot as fuck since I had 4 layers on. Holy shit. 4 layers is a lot even in the wintertime. Jeez. That's what you call a dedicated cosplayer, though. Damn. That's fucked up. I don't cosplay. I barely dress up for Halloween anyway. I dressed up. My fiance wanted to do Star Wars this past year, so she dressed up as evil Anakin, and I just dressed up as some like random generic Jedi dude, the next Jedi Bob. But even then, like wearing the Jedi robes got hot. Even in October, it was warm. Undershirt, dress shirt, vest. Holy fuck! My goodness, brother. All right, we'll look for an alchemist then. I don't like it's a pistol. Is it a legendary pistol or is it a purple? Huh? Hey man, you're not supposed to be here. Ooh, you got no arms. Oh, I thought I heard him. I'm insane. Green, blue, purple. It's all of the things? Okay. What does it look like? Like, I don't want to, like, sift through every single item if it comes in every... No! I fucked up! No! No, he's in easy kill mode. Oh my god. Annihilate! So satisfying to kill him that way. I really want to get an on-level Infinity. But I really don't want to farm for one. Because Doc Mercy, it took me forever just to get that one. Like, he just does not drop anything. Actually, no. Did I get that one, or did I think Mr. Honest Liar gave us that one. Yeah. Well, I got one for myself at some point. I don't remember what level I was at, though, but... Or maybe I don't remember. Maybe I got... Oh, what? You're still alive? Maybe I got one myself, but, like, he just does not drop shit. Like, I think all the drop rates... I think the Vita version is pre... some legendary drop rate patch thing, because it seemingly is a lot harder to get shit on here. It's a Vladov pistol, Vladov barrel. There's a green one. Yeah, it's really good early game. Looks like an Infinity just without the skin. Okay. So no Infinity symbol. Can come in pretty much every color except white. Okay. I'll keep my eye out on it then. Full Metal Alchemist. You're not that. You're a lie! Gonna max out our iridium again. Nope. It's just a really out of the way money farm too. 197. We're technically doing better than we were the first 100 runs. Because we did not have... we went 100 runs and only had 2 shams. And then we got like 2, so then we were good. But right now we're technically still within the statistic. After... excuse me. After 200, then we'll be under the statistic. Feels like I've been streaming for longer than an hour and 50 minutes, but I promised I'd make these streams longer just because we need more time to farm for this. And I also promised I'd do 3 of these streams, because technically I only do the 2. And then we do story mode Borderlands 2, but the last one that I did was only an hour long because I was traveling the next day, so... Ye gods, look at all of those options. Okay. Let's try again. I gotta like add a, in my OBS window, I'll add a Family Guy clip or something underneath this so everybody's stimulated. That's how the world works now. Or Subway Surfers or something. Nobody's down here, we're safe. I know there's some Vita games, and I really wish more of them did this. I know Minecraft does this really well. And it was kind of a thing in a lot of early console games too. Or early, I should say, PS3. I think maybe original Xbox did this too. Just having your own music play within games. Because, well, consoles used to let you have your own music downloaded to them more often. PS3 was a great one for that. Something hit me! And, he's not fucking... Are you kidding me? Easy kill. But, you know, games would let you play your own music in them, and it was really cool. Added an extra layer of gameplay to it. I know the original Rocket League, whatever it was called, the supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars, because that just slips right off the tongue. That game let you just play your own music, and it would just play in the background. Same thing with Minecraft on the PS Vita. It would actually mute, like, you didn't need to touch this. It would mute the in-game music, and just play your music in the background instead of the Minecraft music. It was really cool. And I wish more Vita games kind of let you do that. But, unfortunately they don't. Because I think that kind of trope within video games died off. Is this the gun? The Anarchist? Or the Alchemist? We found the Anarchist! This is the one! Haha! We did something! We found it before the quad! I'm probably thrilled with that, even though it's probably a really common draw. I don't care. We found... It's like that scene from the Simpsons movie. The government actually found something or someone we were looking for. Yeah, baby, yeah. Well, there you go. We found one thing. That's money. Thought it was a legendary something because it was sitting funny. Man. Ridge Racer on PS1 let you do that by loading the game on the disc, then taking the disc out and putting it on the music CD. Really? You know, I think I heard about that, actually. Yeah, because it would just load the game into the RAM, right? And then just run it off of RAM, which is kind of insane to think of a PS1 doing that with its measly, it had kilobytes of RAM, right? Like, that, it wasn't in the megabytes of RAM. Definitely, probably not. If it did, it was probably like 1 megabyte of VRAM. That's crazy to think that not that long ago. Yes, that lol. Crazy to think that not that long ago, computers and game consoles, I guess, for that matter, had like piss poor RAM compared to now. Like even like I have an eMac, right? And I know it's not a powerhouse of a computer. If you remember the eMac, it was Apple's. It was called the Education Mac. It was like the white one that kind of looked like an egg. Something had a CRT in it. Last ones were sold in 2006. I love that computer, and I have one in the basement. It has and this is the maximum that you can put in it too. 1,000 megabytes of RAM. So, 1 gig of RAM. Sounds more impressive when you say 1,000, but 1 gig of system RAM and 64 megabytes of VRAM. Some like ATI Rage something or whatever card, I think. 64 megabytes. And even the PS3, 256 megabytes of VRAM. It's incredible to think, like, the games that came out for those systems. It's incredible to think of just the technology that they had to work with versus the product that they were actually able to pull off with it. Stop doing that! He's leaving early. I don't know. I still love the eMac though. I love playing Demos Rising on it and Nanosaur because it had the. It was the last. Well, I was gonna say the last eMac, but they stopped making the eMac after that one. But one of the last Apple computers to let you run the Mac OS 9 classic environment to run old programs, so you could run Nanosaur technically natively. Can you just not? Hello, sir. Oh no! I messed up! No! I just gotta wait for him to die. I don't know if I die too early, he's gonna respawn. No medic was around to revive me. Ooh. The warp highway is kinda lagging. There's a lot of traffic. This is relatively smooth, though. I love all the little messages that the new U station has. Well, I didn't see if he dropped anything, so it'll be a nice surprise. Hopefully he didn't fucking shoot anything off the edge. Let's see. Nothing! Wow! And there's nobody in here.
Well, hello there, loot.
What was the other thing we were looking for? Oh yeah, the quad. I'm actually kind of shocked we haven't found it. It's not that hard of a find. Like, it's relatively common, I'd say. Nah. I wish you could pick up health and fight for your life. Like, I'm not saying it should revive you, but it should at least keep your fight for your life timer going a little longer. Like, if there's just some health next to you. I know in Borderlands 4 they're like adding stims or something. That'll be a cool mechanic to add into a Borderlands game. It feels more like a tactical shooter when you think of it that way. Like a Battlefield or something with the stims. Or COD. Does COD have stims? I don't play COD. I'm probably one of like 2 people on the face of the earth who's never played COD. Or not never. I touched up on the old Modern Warfares, but the new stuff I have not touched. Not my thing. Please drop a Sham. Just any Sham. Preferably the 94% one. Should I just end the series if we get the 77% one, or nah? That wouldn't be doing it justice. I'm not gonna title all of these streams hunting for the 94 Sham, and then just stop when we don't find it. On the road again. heard heard the last campaign mission, Black Ops 7, is going to be in a battle royale map with 32 other people. 32 other bots, or 32, like, you need 32 online people in order to beat it. Because I saw that they were doing, the campaign was like a co-op campaign. You could play, you could play either, you know, alone, or you could play 4 players or something. And I thought, you know, it seemed very familiar when they said, there's no difficulty slider. The game just adjusts based on how many players you're playing with. So, you know, 4 players will be the most difficult and whatnot. And I'm like, that sounds a lot like another series of shooter that I've become well accustomed to and am playing on a Vita right now. That sounds a lot like Borderlands. And didn't they also say, like, there's, like, a weapon part system or something like that? I don't know. A lot of it kind of just sounded like Borderlands for some reason. 32 people online? How the fuck is that ever gonna work? Like, if it is done like that, because let's say the game, I don't know, the game's like 7 or 8 years old and nobody's playing it anymore. Are you just, like, locked out of the final campaign mission because you can't find 32 people to play with, or is it replaced by bots? That's such a weird... Oh my god! Well, it's the first time... Oh no, he's gonna have full health again, isn't he? It's gonna be a really weird thing to kind of pull off, because I don't know of any game that has done that. With, I don't know. I'm guessing it might be bots. Or it might... Is he still alive? Where... Oh, there he is. Hey. I triple dog dare you to not fucking do that again. Oh, he's gonna give me easy kill now, is he? I gotta stop standing so fucking close to the edge. I think that's twice he's done that to me, but I'm guessing it'll probably be like 32 bots, but then if you have people online, like, it'll just replace the bots with actual people. Because I just can't see it being 32 online players. Because if, like I said, you're in the future, and you're not having, and you don't have that many people online, then you're locked out of the final mission. And that's just also a really weird style of doing endgame. Like, no other game, I don't think, has ever done that. Unless it's, like, strictly an MMORPG or something. Wouldn't be surprised if they do that, though. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. They're kind of just doing their own thing at this point, I think. A lot of people were upset with the Black Ops 7 trailer, especially since Battlefield came out, and or the beta had been released, and everybody was kind of happy with that. It just was more simplistic. It did oh fuck, I thought that was it. Did what it was good at well, and didn't try to do too much, and it looked good doing it, so. Well, now I need to get all my money back because I died. I don't know. I keep seeing stuff online of people having problems refunding Black Ops 7, and I guess Black Ops 6 as well. Like I saw... Jeez. Man. I saw something online today, actually. Somebody was trying to refund their pre-order, I think it was, of Black Ops 7, and they couldn't. Because, and like the person that they were talking to, it said that they had already played the game, which is Not possible, because the game doesn't exist yet, and no kind of beta or anything for the game has existed. But the way that is it Activision that still does CODs? The way that they're doing it is that they're essentially releasing, and they did this with Black Ops 6 too. I remember there was a whole kind of uproar about it. Is that it releases as an add-on, not a full game, because like it releases into the COD launcher or something. So because it's an add-on, you can't refund add-ons, or you can't refund DLCs. I think that's in like the Steam policy or something. And because it classifies as an add-on, or qualifies, I guess, you can't refund it, which is scummy of COD to do, because now you're kind of just fucked and stuck with this $70 copy-paste kind of thing from, right? I mean, I'm not hating on anybody who likes COD. It's a fun series. They've built their player base up over the years, and the graphics look really decent. But if you're gonna be a company that flat out denies refunds because of some clause that you managed to find in your policy, then like, fuck you. So yeah, the whole COD launcher thing is stupid. I don't know why they did it that way. I mean, corporate greed says they did it that way because of XYZ, but it kind of just makes no sense, because now even people were talking about another tactic that they're trying to use, or that they could potentially be using. It's rumored, all of this stuff. Take it with a grain of salt, but they make the games so large and they put it all in this one launcher that that's the only game that you can have on your hard drive. So like, they're occupying your whole hard drive. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just going to try.
Oh, hang on. You left yours where?
Victor's.
Oh.
I gotta pick it up tomorrow before otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, don't be taking all my chargers. Okay. What am I doing? I'm standing in the Sham aiming zone. But yeah, so like, when you download the COD launcher, it's several hundreds of gigs now, and I mean, it's just kind of a pain in the ass too, right? Like, if you want to just play Modern Warfare 2, for example, you don't want to play any of the other games. Now you have to download all of them, and then uninstall all of them, and then it's just all a pain in the ass. What's that? No quad. $201. We're officially outside the statistic. We're doing worse. And doesn't COD download the multiplayer as like a separate thing too? Like, you download the campaign as its own thing, and then you download the multiplayer as its own thing too. Like, that's just... It feels like they're going backwards in terms of game ingenuity. Like, I don't understand that. It's COD. It's known for both things, campaign and multiplayer. They built it into the whole game the entire time COD has existed. Why now is it like a separate part of the game? Yeah, also zombies. Dude, that's so stupid. Like, you could buy Black Ops 2 for the PS3, buy the disc, it's one disc, and you have the campaign, the multiplayer, and the zombies in the one thing. And guess what? You don't need to download every other COD ever in order to just play this one. I don't know. It's, again, like what we were talking about earlier. The way that gaming is going is not consumer friendly anymore. Companies don't, as much as they say they are, they don't put the player first. They put the business first, and they have to mask it as if, you know, they're thinking of players, otherwise you're gonna lose out on your whole, you know, player base, and that's what makes you money. But instead of thinking, oh hey, these guys make us money, but we're gonna make it really enjoyable for them so they want to spend money, they instead just think, oh hey, how can we just milk as much money as possible out from these people who, you know, we think are dumb, and they'll just buy our product no matter what. I don't know. As much as I want to say, oh yeah, it's the player's fault because they keep buying the game and therefore it keeps justifying, the company keeps finding some kind of justification for it. I mean, maybe that's true to a certain extent, but it's also people just want to play the game that they like. And if that's the only way that they can play it, then that's how they're gonna play it. It's not, you know, always the other side of it. Not standing near the edge. The railings don't help me. Yeah. In the PC version of Black Ops 2, you could also just only install one thing, so if you wanted the campaign, you could just install the campaign. Are you talking the OG Black Ops 2, or like the... Or did they remake Black Ops 2? Is that one of the ones that they remade? What are you? No shams, dude. Found one sham, one bunker SMG, one customization, and that's it. OG Black Ops 2. I mean, that, yeah. On PC it makes a little more sense too, because you have a little more flexibility with how you install things, right? But also, the game wasn't 1,000 gigs. Like, maximum Black Ops 2 back in the day was probably around 25 gigs. Which is insane to think about. That, you know, you could have an entire amazing game for 20 gigs or less. Good luck finding that nowadays. I know textures have a lot to blame for that. 4K textures take up a lot of storage. But, like, I don't know. Games, the storage got so big for seemingly no good reason. I know Jedi Fallen Order, that was another one that was... Or Jedi Survivor, not Jedi Fallen, yeah. Jedi Survivor, when that one came out, it was huge in terms of storage. And people were like, why? It's not a huge open world that the storage requirement seems to suggest. And I mean, I understand having all these really good looking textures, but if you're not gonna see half of them, maybe conserve the space a bit and just, you know, do what you need to do. Be efficient, optimizing. Everything always comes back to optimizations. Game developers just throw everything they have into games now, whether or not it impacts performance or storage. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, I saw on Steam, I was looking on Steam the other day, just perusing the store, and I saw, and I don't understand how this makes sense at all, because I have God of War Ragnarok on PS5. It's like close to 100 gigs, not quite. On the PS4 it's a little over 100 gigs. On the PC, and I don't know if the Steam store page is just glitched out or something, on the PC it's 190 gigs. For what? The Valhalla DLC? Like, I have a hard time believing the base game being, like, you know, 110 gigs, and then Valhalla's, like, another 80 gigs. Like, that's not possible. The whole God of War 1 was, like, 65 gigs. So, like, again, optimization. What the fuck happened to it? Please drop me a thing. I need visual stimulus. That's not the thing I wanted. I should have specified. He genied me. Man, fucking. I'm not even getting like the customizations. Because I know I haven't unlocked all the customizations for every character. Because I know there's different ones. We got, I think we got the Gauge one, and we got the Axton one. And I'm guessing we're more likely to find the Axton one because we're playing as Axton. But, like, come on, man. At least let me... If I'm gonna get customizations, at least let them be, like, the other versions. So I can just improve my collection. Where are you? Man. We keep going. 203, we're falling more and more out of the 3% statistic of trying to get these shams. Do we think there's going to be any loading screens in Borderlands 4? Because I know they said you could traverse the entire area, like the entire world, without any loading screens. And I know they have the warp tunnel when you die. But I guess there's no loading screens from what I've seen. Because I've seen some people say that... Excuse me. That the character selection screen, it just kind of... Or he, she, whoever, just walks into the game. It's kind of like a God of War thing, where you just get right into it. I don't know, I miss the loading screens. I like the art that they put on, and I like the floating gun. Sometimes reading the tips and tricks and whatever. I mean, I kind of hated that in Borderlands 3 they took away the gun models and instead just made it a little Hyperion logo thing, or Vault logo, whatever it was. Kind of wish they included that, because there's character to it. There's a lot of character, even in the small things in Borderlands 2 that I wish made their way to Borderlands 3. Like, even just the, it displays what class mod you have underneath the level up bar. They kept the kill skill icons, which I guess, yeah, that's cool. But even, like, the shield stuff, like, your shield bar changes depending on the type of shield that you have, and they move, your health moves. Even on the Vita version, they kept the animations for the health, the shields, the ammo, right? Like, and I really wish in Borderlands 3, because, well, Borderlands 1 and 2 for that matter, you could see how much a mag was, like how much capacity it held, whereas in Borderlands 3 you kind of just had to know how much your gun could hold, because there's no, like, visual indication of it. It's just the number. I don't know. Little things that show the character of the game that just didn't make it to future iterations. Where's the other guy? Oh! Where's the... Oh my god. Where's the other guy? Oh, he's probably underneath. You can't hurt me from there, right? I'm in safe zone. Oh my lord. Don't drop ammo. Fuck. Oh. Do we think there's gonna be... I have a feeling that in Borderlands 4 there's not gonna be Iridium. Because it wouldn't make sense for there to be Iridium. Because I get, from what I remember, Iridium was like a Pandora thing. Once the Destroyer was killed in Borderlands 1, the Vault started creating Iridium deposits throughout the planet. And theoretically, there shouldn't have been any Iridium on any of the other planets that you went to. But I mean, you know, you can't just have that currency available on one planet, even though you're there for a while. But seeing as how Borderlands 4 takes place in like a whole separate kind of, is it universe, galaxy? I don't know. it doesn't make sense for Iridium to be there. I know it's been in the series for a while, so since Borderlands 2. Well, it wasn't in Borderlands pre-sequel, but they changed it to make it more era appropriate. They made it the Moonstones. It would make sense if they got rid of Iridium. It would suck because I love how the way Iridium looks. I love that purple. But I think they have to change it. I don't think there's going to be any Iridium / Moonstone currency type. Really? I know. Since they made it so SDUs are obtained by getting collectibles. Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. They changed how that would be, which I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of liked in Borderlands 3 how you could just buy them with money. It was simple. They were all in like the one area. You knew where you needed to go if you wanted more ammo. Same with Borderlands 2, you know, Iridium, that's fine. Like, it made it something special once you collected enough Iridium to be able to afford the extra ammo, but I don't know how I feel about it being tied to collectibles. Like, I feel like you're running around too much trying to find all these things, which should just be simple things to obtain. It's kind of like Borderlands 1. I don't like the system that they did. At least in the original game, I was kind of poking around the Game of the Year version of that, and I noticed that the SDUs aren't in the vending machines like they were in the original game. And I didn't like them being in the vending machine in the original game, because you had to buy out all of the SDUs for one level, and then as you progressed through the level, or through more areas, you'd get upgraded SDUs, and it kind of just took a while. But I don't know how they did it in Borderlands Game of the Year. So, I don't know how I feel about them being tied to collectibles. Maybe I'll get used to it, I don't know. I haven't played the game. Greetings! Oh. I'm waiting for the day somebody uses the PS5 remote play jailbreak on the Vita to be able to play Borderlands 4 on the Vita. That'll be a day I look forward to. It's not going to be me, though. I'm still not entirely sure whether or not that jailbreak requires the PS5 to also be modded. Because if it doesn't, then I mean, theoretically I could do it. I just gotta log in. I have a separate PlayStation account for my modded Vita because I'm most certainly not tying my main account to a modded system. That would be stupid. But if all it requires is me logging in with my modded account on the PS5, it should be fine. Because the account itself, well, yeah, it's tied to the modded Vita. That's the only modded thing it's logged into. I don't think it should impact the PS5, although maybe it would. Maybe they'd ban the console if they saw that account on there. So maybe I'll refrain from doing that. I guess you could also because the modded Vitas, they have it's called Moonlight, isn't it? Where you can stream to a PC, but I think it's only if you have an NVIDIA card in your computer. Technically, you could stream Borderlands 4 that way to a Vita. It would probably be a little better than the PS5 equivalent, since I'm pretty sure that program still has some major bugs that need to be worked out. I don't know. Still would be cool to see Borderlands 4 on a Vita in any capacity, where you can actually play outside of just putting a video of yourself playing it on there. Which is getting harder and harder to do. You can't watch live streams on the Vita YouTube anymore, that I've figured out. You can still use the web browser and still watch YouTube that way, technically. It's most definitely not an elegant way of doing it, because you can't change. It's like it's all web-based, and the web browser support is slowly dying off for the Vita. So you can't change video resolution. You're stuck at 360p pretty much the entire time. Like, you can try and change it, but it won't load your video afterwards. Like, it gets stuck in some weirdo loop thing. So, but if you try clicking on a live stream, it just won't work at all. But you can watch video. Like, even, like a previously done live stream, it won't let you watch it, but you can watch videos. Is he dead? Yeah, we got him. Goodbye. Hello, sir. Okay. Let's try this. No! Thank God. Uh-oh. Gotta be Dr. Dodgeball champion here. Yeah. Wait! I'm not in my spot yet. Fuck. One of these days. It's not even a problem of getting the 94 one, it's just a problem of getting any Sham at this point. Like, I'm more than positive the Vita version missed out on some drop rate increase patch that was given to all the other versions. It's just like a slow and grueling process. We got a quad! We got the quad! Nice, we found the anarchist and we found the quad. We need other things to look for. We found the two, we found a world drop volcano too, but that wasn't on the list. That was just a lucky find. We need another item to look for. 206. That's not a Topnia because I'm letting Mr. Dima down because I can't find a Miss Topnia. I don't even know if it's possible to get from Bunker, but we're pretty sure it is. Hell yeah. Indeed, we finally got a quad. Nice. I'm out of ideas. Damn. That's okay. Anybody online? I just gotta keep checking. There's a very slight chance that we do find somebody playing online. I'm guessing if we started a new character and got like into the level 1 to 6 range, we'd probably see the most people playing the Vita version. I feel like that's where most people do play as, which I'm kind of shocked. I feel I went into this thinking that we'd see more max level Vita characters, but apart from the 2 people on my friends list, that's just not the case. I have not seen one max level person in the lobby system at all. And no one's joined our game. I mean, I know I'm farming, so... And I also have it set to friends only, but when I play online and Mr. Honest Liar isn't with us, I set it to online public, and nobody has joined us through there, so... I just don't know if they just don't exist anymore. Which is kind of sad. The player base slowly fizzles out, yet there are some that remain that remember the game for what it was. The first portable attempt at a Borderlands game. No! You can't be here! Extra fire rate. I killed 2 enemies. I'm pretty sure this stacks. Well, it's stacked for a little bit, but... There we go. Try getting a Synergy pistol, Vladov pistol bearer, Hyperion pistol body. Synergy... Is that what it's called? Synergy pistol? And what rarity is it? Just need to know what the name is and the rarity, and we'll be on the hunt for it. I'll kill him with the Lyra. Change it up. Boom. In an alternate universe, Borderlands 2 is on the 3DS. I saw somebody do that earlier today on Reddit. They were, I mean, again, definitely streaming it off of a PC, but bro was playing on the new 3DS XL with Borderlands. It didn't look too bad. It didn't look too bad. I mean, obviously you're dealing with input lag, but the performance was pretty good. You should check the chest on the top of the hill for the rocket launcher. Oh, the Topnia. I believe blue and purple. The name is Synergy. Alright. What did you say it was? A pistol? Pistol. Synergy. Okay. Synergy pistol. We got another thing. Look at that. We got 2 quads in a row. Fuck this. We spent all that time looking for it. Just for us to not fucking... Okay. I'm gonna collect all the things here first before they all disappear on me. That's a long-ass name. Rock. God damn it. You said it's blue and purple. Okay, well, none of these. Alright, we'll check the chest up here. I never ever get anything good out of here, so I don't usually come up to check it. Plus, it just adds more time. And if the reward is not anything great, so just leave it alone. Oh! Oh, man! Allegiance relics. Get out of here. Why? I hope one day Borderlands 1 comes to the phone. I'm honestly shocked the older Borderlands games never got released on mobile phones. Like, absolutely the original 2 Borderlands and the pre-sequel could run on modern phones. And they make gaming controllers for phones now, like actual properly licensed ones, like the Backbone, which would be perfect for this. And it's going to be better than streaming no matter what. Like, I would rather just download Borderlands to my phone instead of trying to stream it from a PS4 or from Game Pass or something, right? And I'm kind of shocked that they never did. They released Borderlands, I don't know about Borderlands 1, but they released Borderlands 2 on the Mac App Store way back when. Like, you could just buy the Mac version of the game there. It's been taken down since. But, like, you know, there was a time where Apple cared, or it's more Aspyr, I think. Aspyr did the Mac ports of the game. And they do a lot of Mac ports of stuff, so... Because I think they might have also done parts of Borderlands 3? Because you can, believe it or not, play Borderlands 3 on the Mac. It's not on Steam, though, which is kind of weird. The Steam version did not get included in this, but you can buy it on the Epic Games Store and play it that way. It's probably one of the worst ways to play it outside of the Switch, I would think, because it's just in a really bad spot. It was really demanding for a Mac title back when it was finally ported. I think in 2020, I think it was, or 2021. Because you needed minimum a, like, 7th or 8th gen i7. And, you know, I think it was like 16 gigs of RAM minimum. And in 2020, that was a lot. Something else, I don't remember what kind of graphics card you needed, but you needed like an actual graphics card, so it pretty much ruled out all MacBooks at the time, because they didn't come with, maybe some of the 15 inches might have been okay, but they didn't come with dedicated graphics, so good luck. So you're pretty much limited to the iMacs, or the Mac Pro, like the cheese grater one, the Intel one. And then now, you know, let's say you want to play it with the M series, you're going to have to run it through Rosetta because they never released an Apple Silicon specific version or optimized version. So it's not going to run as great as it could. I mean, if you have a fully fledged M4 whatever, it might run okay, but still, you're not going to be utilizing it in its entirety, and you're probably going to kill your battery trying to run it through the translation layer the whole time. So it's just in a really bad spot. You're never going to get great performance out of it unless you had the balls cannon. Unless you had the like Intel cheese grater Mac, because that was the only thing outside. Maybe you could do it with an iMac. Maybe you could. Not that that would ever be worth it, because if you spec the shit out of an iMac, then it wasn't great. I mean, you got the 5K screen, but still. The Intel Mac Pro, or no, it was, yeah, the Mac Pro. Was I saying Mac Pro? I think so. The Intel Mac Pro was the only thing that was PC-like at the time for Apple anyway, so you could throw in a 1.5 terabyte of RAM, which was insane. You had the Xeon, it still ran on Xeons for some reason. You could throw in some what do you call them? Not Nvidia, no Nvidia. Apple still does not like Nvidia. AMD, there's some AMD graphics cards you could throw in there, afterburner cards. That's the only machine that can run Borderlands 3 Mac Edition properly. And you'd still need to spec it out decently in order for it to do that. It's a weird port. Because I can try and run it on my MacBook. I have the M1 2020 MacBook Pro with the 16 gigs of RAM option. That was upgraded because I got it for school back 5 years ago. But even on that, it'll run. There's a whole bunch of stuttering for different kind of compilations. But it runs. You gotta turn the graphics down a bit though, but by that point, why do I even want to play it? If I have to turn a bunch of the graphics down just to get it at some kind of operable frame rate, no thanks. And it'll also murder your battery in the process, like it's not battery efficient in the slightest. Ooh. We'll go to the 3-hour mark and then we'll call it there. I need bedtime. So we'll go for another 20 minutes. Half the time, because this boss fight seems to have such a yellow hue to it, half the time I think stuff that drops that's green is like a legendary. Can I blow these up? Oh, I can. I didn't know that. Doesn't do me any good, but like, I guess I know now. Man, look at that. Oh! Look at the texture shimmering. Can you stop? Give me the thing. You know you want to. Fuck you. Alright, we're looking for a synergy. Blue and purple. There's a blue. That's not a pistol, though. Oh my. Did I pick minigun ammo? Oh yeah, fuck. My brain is shutting down. I'm like, oh, I use the Sliga all the time. How about that? Where he reduces damages from explosions. There's no gun that, or no shield that completely makes you invulnerable to explosions, right? Because I know there's some shields that, you know, you become invulnerable to shock damage or invulnerable to corrosive damage. But I think there might be some for fire too, but I'm not sure. But I think explosions and slag are the only one that you can't become invincible to. Do they have a powerful gun? You can shoot their arm off. That's pretty good. Only they've already killed me 3 times, but that's alright. It's the thought that counts. Look at them clouds move. They did everything on this version. Who said it was inferior? If you showed somebody this in like 2005, they'd be like, hell yeah, I got a full console game that I could take anywhere. I mean, the PSP existed, but this was a little bit of a step up on the PSP. Blastproof shields don't work, since the way those types of shields work is you gain immunity to damage over time damage. Is that what that means, DOT? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but I mean, you'd be invincible to any explosive weapon, though. Because they do explosive damage. Which would kind of be overpowered. Like, isn't the immunity, like, let's say corrosive, for example. Doesn't that shield work where if you get shot by, like, a corrosive sniper, you're just invincible to it? Or is it just the, like, you take the initial bullet damage, but don't take damage over time? Am I understanding that correctly? I don't know. I thought it was like all damage if it was an elemental gun, but maybe I'm wrong. That would make more sense, because you'd be kind of impossible to kill if you were invincible to all types of that damage. No, you take the contact, but... oh, okay. I see how it is. I don't know. You can still use, like, the invincible corrosive damage shield to do the one Easter egg in Caustic Caverns, the Dark Souls Easter egg. So you gotta run across the entire acid river to get to it. We'll do that one time too. After we've obtained all the pearls or something, for example, on the Vita, we'll go do all the Easter eggs on the Vita just to see them in action. Man, bro. It's like when he doesn't drop a whole bunch of shit in the middle, I have a feeling he just won't drop the Sham at all. But then once stuff kind of starts getting piled in, then there's a chance. Okay, we're looking for synergy as well. Let's see if we can find one. Long arm. The long arm of the law. Huh. You know. I don't see the synergy anywhere. This is blue. Double-barreled Stret Sweeper. 210! Strafing further and further from the statistic. Lovely. Badass enemies are tough, but they always drop better loot. Do they? I feel like 90% of the badass enemies you fight just drop green weapons. And maybe some iridium, but like, other than that... There's a hornet. Other than that, they kind of just suck ass. Or maybe it's like some badass enemies. Like maybe a badass thresher might drop you better stuff, but Like, badass Goliaths, they don't drop anything, or badass Marauders, they're not going to drop you anything spectacular. You can mark things in your inventory as favorite or trash. That's the one system I really hated that they took out of the pre-sequel, and I don't understand why they did it. Like, the thing that they put in place makes sense, but I'd rather have favorite, trash, and neutral versus just favorite and then neutral. Because now I'm forced to favorite everything that I want to keep. And then, because you have the sell trash button, right? In this version, and in Borderlands 3. So you can just trash everything and then hit the sell all. But in the pre-sequel, you have to favorite everything you like, and then if you hit the sell all button, it'll just sell everything that's not favorited. Which, functionally, it's the same system, but in my mind, I would rather have more options. For the Republic! Come on! I think my blood sugar's going high. I can feel sweat. You get used to knowing these signs after many years of having it when you shouldn't be. Like, oh, I haven't been doing any kind of activity. Why am I immensely thirsty? Oh, it's probably because my blood sugar's high. Oh, why do I feel like the world around me is shrinking and I have Parkinson's-like shakes? Oh, my blood sugar must be low. It's just the things you pick up on the field. No! Stop. Oh, no! There's some stuff near the middle. Damn! Another amp shield that's nowhere near B shield.
Look at that.
I thought that was the synergy. It looked like electric type gun, so I felt like that could fit synergy. Nope. These aren't pistols. Why am I looking at them? Ah. Thought I saw legendary. That one money beam looked very legendary-like. Man, bro. Hate this place. That's the gun that I just saw. I'm gonna hate, and this is talking so far in the future, I'm gonna hate doing this on the VR version of Borderlands 2. Alright, I'm gonna pass out. I'll see you next stream. Alright, my friend. You almost made it to the very end. I'll probably go for 10 more minutes, but I'm not gonna keep you from your sleep. You get a good night's rest, my friend. I'll see you in the next stream too, whenever that ends up being within the next couple days, but I'm gonna hate doing this farm in the VR version on the PS4, because I want to try and do that too. I don't think anybody's got a 94 Sham on that version either. But there's a difference. Here, I can just sit far from the TV and play it this way, and I'm, relaxed. In that version, I actually have to move and have the screen this close to my eyes for 3 hours. I mean, at least that version loads faster. Like, it's essentially the PS4 version of the game, just in VR, so it looks better than this and runs way better. Farming a 94 Sham VR would be a nightmare. Well, guess what? We're living the nightmare. I'm not gonna do level 72 OP 8. I don't think that version got the Fight for Sanctuary DLC, so I think it's still maxed out at level 72. But I'm not going OP8. I'll go level 72, but I'm not going OP8 for that. That's not trying to fight binary boss like all that fucking time in the VR. No, sir. Maybe I'll do a VR stream for the Borderlands 2 before school starts again. Just to get another episode of that out, just to experience it after experiencing the Vita version. Because it honestly is, once you get used to the controls, especially if you're playing on the PS4, the controls can be a little funky. They can be a little hard to get used to, and no matter how many times I've played PSVR 1 games, moving without a joystick is a little jarring sometimes. But you do get used to it. It's not a big deal to point your controller in the direction that you want to go and then hold a button to move forward. It's not bad. Like an infinite loop of suffering. What do you think this is? I have to sit with my failure longer because the load screens are longer. Can I shoot him out of the air? I don't think I can. Ew. I don't know. It's fun to actually play the VR version, because just don't use snipers, they suck. But, like, it's fun to actually, you know, you can jump behind cover, you can get real close to guys, you can have, like, infinite melee, because there's no... Stop with the heads! Because there's no cooldown on the melee, so you can kind of just, like, go ham with both hands, because both hands will count as melee damage. And, like, I think the thing that's just the coolest ever, and I don't care how many times I've played VR, like, just seeing, and it's even better when you play a game that you've, you know, put so many hours into and you love it inside and out and everything. It's a surreal feeling to be able to actually see the game in its real life perspective. And I've said this multiple times before, but, you know, in Three Horns Divide, looking at, like, actually looking up at the snow hills and seeing the drift come off the top, or, like, looking up at Flint's ship and, like, looking and being right underneath the dragon thing that shoots fire out at you, or jumping off of the the old Crimson Raider safe house that you have to do the shield mission in. Jumping off of that in VR, it's exhilarating, I think. And I want to play more of the game. I've never played it all the way through. I don't think I've ever even gotten to Sanctuary in that version. But, like, I want to experience everything that Borderlands 2 has to offer in VR. For that reason alone, just for the scenery. The gunplay being fun is an added bonus. But I just hate that version never got a multiplayer update. That would have made it so much more fun. Because, like, half of the items in that version are kind of useless. Like, half of the class mods where it's, like, team shield regen rate, or... I don't think... Does Maya have a lot of skills that revolve around multiplayer? I don't remember. But, like, all those items are pretty much useless. Because you'll never get the full effect out of them not having multiplayer. Jumping off the buzzard's nest in VR would give me a heart attack. I forgot about that. I don't. I wanna try that now. I know I have this, like, Spider-Man game on the PS4 though. They released it for free as, like, a promotional thing when the Far From Home movie came out. You can't get it anymore, which kind of sucks, but, like, it was like a free demo kind of game where you could swing around the city. And it was fun. I liked it. But it starts you, if you want to do the free roam mode, like, the cheeky dudes who developed the game were like, we're gonna start you off on the tallest building possible. So, like, if you're trying to introduce people to VR and you want to fuck with them, put them in that game and they're forced to jump off the top of the roof. And then learn to swing on the fly. But, like, you still get that sensation, as much as the graphics don't blow you away, because, again, it's a free game. It's a pretty small demo, but as much as the graphics don't impress, you still get that sensation of the ground hurtling towards you as you jump. Like your stomach will turn if you're not used to it. Please. 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 Yes! But no! Damn! Come on, man! I want you! I have so many of you. We've obtained 8 of these so far. It's not what I want, but I mean, at least it's something exciting to see. I can sell it. You're not even worth that much. Get out of here. You're not worth my time. Where do you think you're going? No, you're not. I think that's from the new SpongeBob's. Stopped watching them after like season 5. No. I know, I saw the legendary beam and I got excited and then I'm like, wait a second. Hold on just a god darn minute here. Hot button apparatus. So you could have asked me to find that. I guarantee I would not have think I ever would found that. No, we need to do, the fuck was this thing called? Synergy. 213. We'll go to 215 and that'll bring us to just over the 3-hour mark. Please just drop me the fucking shield. Me eyes are getting heavy. The weight of the day is slowly starting to sink upon me. Is that the synergy pistol? That looks like it could be called a synergy pistol. That's a funky looking pistol though. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. The scope looks weird on it. It's a Tedior. Alright, let's get through these last 3. Please just be speedy kills. Don't make me use the Herald. Don't make me work for the thing I want to earn. We're safe. Come on. Alright. Damn, he's not doing the fast kill. Son of a bitch. And he's just gonna hit me. Kick a man while he's down, why don't you? Ooh. See, it sounds like it should be doing a lot more damage than it actually is. Because, like, each one of these explosive pellets are supposed to be amplified. So, like, I think it should be doing a lot more than it actually is, but that's fine. That one wasn't too quiet, or too long. Saw a rocket in the floor. Oh no! Big boy. Get out of here. Hello. You didn't see me do that. Yeah, like half of his audio doesn't play when he dies half the time. Fuck. No synergy either. I'm failing all the viewers. I've soiled the good Krusty Krab name. Soil it. Toilet. So saw in Borderlands 4, what do they say there was? Like 10 billion guns or something? 30 billion or something, but one of those two. Damn. I was always intrigued by BL2 and the Vita, but it looks kind of horrific. Yeah, it does. This is one of those instances where you should judge a book by its cover. I always wonder that. I'm like, oh, don't judge a book by its cover. That's what the cover was designed for you to judge it. Just giving a middle finger to all the artists that made the covers. Ooh, conference call. But yeah, we're playing the Vita version. We're doing it with the cartridge. We're playing on the PSTV. Because that's the only way to really get Vita footage these days, unless you're modding an actual handheld, which I don't know why you want to do that, or emulating it from a computer. But no, we're doing this as genuine as possible on an unmodded PSTV with the physical cartridge and a PS4 controller. I suppose if we wanted to do it even more genuine, I could have done a PS3 controller because it shipped with those, but I don't really want to do that. PS4 battery life is, well, actually no. This PS4 controller is like an OG PS4 controller, but we rarely ever used it, so I had a red one that I used all the time. So this one's battery is still pretty decent. But I just recently replaced my PS3 controller battery with a larger battery, so that one should last longer than this one, but they're pretty close. This one's not bad. Plus this one's not rumbling like it would be playing regular PS4 games, because they just didn't add rumble into any of these, even though you can enable it. Like, enable vibration. What Vita game had vibration built in? None. I don't know. Maybe it's for remote play. I've never actually tried that. Because I know you can remote play to the PS4 on a PSTV. And I wonder if that is how it worked. I know they updated the PS5 remote play a few times throughout its life cycle to enable, if you were playing on a phone and you were using a DualSense, it would enable the adaptive triggers and all that, so maybe that was the case on the PS4 controller for this. No! Because they advertised the PSTV, I mean, as much as they wanted to say, oh hey, it's a Vita without the screen. I remember a lot of the advertising for it being that, hey, it was a remote play box, so you could play your PS4 on multiple screens in your house. And in theory, that's a good idea, but in practice, the PSTV had an N wireless card, so good luck trying to do any of that shit over Wi-Fi. And even the Ethernet wasn't great. Oh wait, you still got some health, hang on. Oh! Drop the thing, you won't. Okay, one more run. One more run, and then I retire. I never play Borderlands 2 ever again if we don't get a Sham on this next run. I delete the channel. No synergy either. Do we know for certain the synergy can be dropped from the bunker? Like, is it a world drop thing? We found a volcano, so anything's possible, it would seem. Stalker. Damn. Alright. One more run for the night, and then I go bed. 2:15. Yeah, it's a world drop. Okay. Main. Of course it is. You can place cut. I didn't get to read that. Yeah, you get to place custom waypoints on the map. What joy. The one thing I really liked in Borderlands 3 that they added was the actual like depth to the map, the verticality. So, because so many times, especially if you're like a new player to Borderlands 2, the one mission in Caustic Caverns where you have to get like on top, like you have to take the elevator up in the middle kind of portion of the map. Can't remember if there's a side mission up there or if it's just the objective up there, but like when I started playing, I had a hell of a time trying to figure out where that was because I'd seemingly get right on top of the objective and it wasn't there. But that's because these maps had no verticality to them, yet when you played them, they did have it, but the actual looking at it, the map didn't. So I'm very glad that Borderlands 3 added that 3D kind of model to the map. Coincidentally, too, the the map on Borderlands 3 runs better on the Switch version than it does the PS4 version or Xbox version. Mainly because it runs at an unlocked frame rate. Like, I'm sure if the PS4 version ran at an unlocked frame rate, you could get the map up to 60 frames, but they locked it at 30, and it sometimes drops underneath 30 too, but it's okay. Oh, nerd. I've mostly played BO1. BO2's world map is a little confusing for me. I'm also a dullard. I mean, yeah, it could be a little confusing sometimes. I mean, obviously it helps if you've, beaten the game before, you kind of know where everything is, so, but that's how it is with anything, right? Once you get used to it, then it becomes a lot easier, and you can kind of overlook those initial challenges you ran into, but I mean, hey, nothing wrong with Borderlands 1. Borderlands 1 is a very fun experience in and of itself. So, hey, if that's your thing, then that's your thing. Fuck! We didn't get one on the end. That sucks. We got one Sham all night. What an abysmal string of luck. Damn. We're outside the 3% statistic now. Have failed as a YouTuber. That's fine. But I mean, hey, don't let this version of Borderlands 2 discourage you from playing the actual, game. If you're looking for a recommendation or like you're trying to look for inspiration to play the game, don't look at this. This is not the way to do it. There are infinitely better ways to play this game, especially nowadays. You didn't get a synergy either. But I mean, hey, if you're into wacky versions of beloved games, then this one's for you. This is definitely a unique version of Borderlands 2, considering it was mostly neglected by developers and did not receive all of the updates. So level 61 is your max, but the multiplayer still fully functions. It's got full trophy support. You got cross trophy support too with the Borderlands 2 on the PS3. So that's also nice. And you have cross-save. You can cross-save between the Vita version and Borderlands 3, or the Vita version with the PS3 and PS4 versions. So, that's something that I think is really cool. Excuse me. But in any case, everybody, that's going to do it for me for tonight. I hope you all had a great time watching me suffer mentally and physically. Probably get another stream out within the next couple days. For those of you who know Benjamin, he is coming down to visit on Monday, so maybe we'll do a local Battlefront stream or something, maybe with the Wii. I don't know. If I can set that all up, maybe we'll do something on the Wii. But in any case, I thank you all so much for joining me tonight. You guys make these streams what they are. You make them exciting. You make them fun, whether we're just talking about life or talking about the game. Appreciate every single one of you for coming by, spending the night with me. Good night, Mr. Gabriel. Hope you have a great rest yourself. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Take care.